If you just can't seem to shed those extra pounds, it may be a hormone imbalance. Here to explain is Dr. Clark Hansen from the Hansen Clinic of Natural Medicine. It's good to see you, Dr. Hansen. Yeah, I think a lot of people are fighting with their weight. So many people say it's the #1 thing for their New Year's resolution. So people talk about diet. Is there such a thing as the most healthiest diet out there?
Well, the healthiest diet is the one that you can live with forever, the rest of your life. Make changes that really make a vital difference in the rest of your life, not just some gimmick that's going to shed some pounds and hurt your body, and then it all comes back. So we want to look at the real things that cause you to gain weight. Of course, poor diet, eating the wrong foods. Most people know they're eating a lot of the wrong foods. There's a few things they need to kind of learn, secrets. But then it's also, of course, exercise. You know you should be exercising. What a lot of people don't realize is how their hormones affect their weight and the shape of their body. So we want to talk about how those hormones affect our bodies and how they get out of balance. It's really stress is one of the key things that upsets our hormones, aging, and then environmental chemicals. We are inundated with chemicals that are disrupting our endocrine system, so that may be the thing that keeps a lot of women from being able to keep the weight off.
I see.
They know how to do some of the things. Obviously, you got to have some discipline. You got to get to the gym, or get walking. Is all I say. Just walk 30 minutes every day.
But a hormone imbalance can actually affect your weight to the point, like some people say, I just can't seem to shed it. I've tried everything. So you've talked about different kinds of shapes, and I think if you look at your grandparents, sometimes you can go, oh, that's going to be me.
I don't want to look like that shape. Well, there's typically the pear shape, or the apple shape. So we have a slide to look at. Obviously, they're great fruits to eat, but you don't want to look like that. You don't want to have all the weight in your big hips and thighs. So the apple shape, of course, is above the belly button. Big abdomen creates increased heart disease risk. And then all the weight in the hips and thighs is the pear shape. And those are really hormonal issues. So we want to address those hormones. What is that? So we got a slide that looks at the different hormones that affects those different shapes.
Because I think people can identify, yes, I'm definitely an apple, or yes, I'm definitely a pear, or my mother was, or my grandmother was. So this can kind of tell you what maybe is happening then.
So if you're storing weight in your abdomen, putting on weight there, it's the apple shape. That cortisol excess, that's stress. Estrogen excess, that may just have been endocrine disruption from chemicals or just the way your body's built. Insulin excess, that can be from overeating sugars, and DHEA and testosterone deficiencies. So how do you really know? You got to find out. You got to test these things. But if you're in an apple shape, you know it's probably one or multiple of these. If you're a pear shape, then you're likely to have insulin excess, thyroid deficiency, and growth hormone deficiency. So growth hormone typically decreases as we age. We don't need it for growing, but we need it to maintain all the other glandular functions of the body. And that typically decreases with age, but it also is affected by a lot of environmental chemicals that we're seeing.
So the best way to test to see if, well, if you're a pear or an apple, you know it, but to see why you're looking that way is to do like a blood test.
We do a blood test. We test all those hormones. We're going to find out really what is the underlying imbalances that are keeping you from getting to your optimal weight and image. That slim, trim, beautiful image, we need to carve that out. That's there waiting from behind inside of all of us. So we need to really know what we can do to get to that. So I have a patient that saw this show last year. We did about the same topic at the beginning of the year. And so I want to show her transformation in 4 months. By the time she came to see us, got the test, it was about mid-April. And we'll call this patient Patty. She had menopause symptoms, hot flashes. She was depressed. She said, I just have no joy. I'm just totally flat emotionally. Anxiety, she was tired, joint aches, and weight gain recently of about 20 pounds that really said, okay, this has got to stop. She was up to 210 pounds. And recently just added in the last few months about 20. She said, this I can't keep going. So the results after balancing her hormones, no more hot flashes, those stopped quickly, and joyful. The joy comes back. No longer depressed, no longer anxious, great energy. Her joint pain's almost completely gone with this program, and weight loss from 210 down to 166 in about 4 months. That's about 2.5 pounds per week weight loss.
And that was just by balancing the hormones?
Well, that's diet, exercise, and the hormones. So I've created what I call the Vital Lifetime Diet. It's a diet you can follow for life. It's healthy foods, teaches the proper ratios and balance of foods. You got to get the calories down, but it's eating the right foods, and then you're not even hungry. Patients on my diet say they're not hungry.
That has a lot to do with it.
They're surprised they lose anywhere between 1 and 4 pounds a week. And she averaged 2.5.
Which is in good health.
She looks great. She feels great. She's not depressed. She's got joy. She's got excitement back in her life.
Yeah, and I think there's people who are watching that going, you know, that has been me all year. I want to do something about it. So you have a special offer for somebody who really, really wants to make the change.
Right. We want everybody to go to our website, sign up for the free newsletter,
Okay.
and you'll automatically be entered into a drawing for a free hormone test. So we'll test the 5 key hormones, and we'll also send everyone a free copy of the Vital Lifetime Diet. So you can see what it is. You'll read Patty's story. You'll see her, as we tracked her weight loss, and the hormonal changes, her hot flashes, you know, sleeplessness, the moodiness, all those you don't have to have, and they're important indicators of the imbalances that can cause heart disease and cancer and osteoporosis. You got to get those fixed, and you're going to look great while you do it.
To boot, as an extra benefit. Thank you, Dr. Hansen.
Right,
Good
thank
information.
you.
So if you would like more on Dr. Hansen, it's super easy. You can go to his website. It's drhansen.com, or you can always call the clinic's number that's right there on your screen.